we're here to share some words and some music with you today. On April 19th, 2015, a piece of music that I wrote called Rise premiered here in Washington, D.C. at Metropolitan AME Church. At the time, the way I described that piece, Rise, was as a reflection on America's civil rights journey from Selma to Ferguson and beyond. As it turned out, that day, beyond was Baltimore. April 19th, 2015 was the day that Freddie Gray died of injuries sustained while in police custody over the course of the previous week in Baltimore. What happened in the days and weeks that followed, as many of you know, is what has come to be known as the Baltimore uprising. Many people in Baltimore were protesting, just as had happened in Ferguson after the murder of Mike Brown. We had participants in those protests, observers, and I want to say most crucially, artists who were bearing witness to this on social media and otherwise. And one of those artists that really caught my attention was Devin Allen. I don't know how many of you know Devin Allen's work. This is one example of it up here. Devin quickly rose to national attention because his work made the cover of Time magazine on May 11th of 2015. One of his images kind of becoming the face of the uprising in Baltimore. Basically, in these stark black and white images on Instagram, Devin was telling the story of the Baltimore uprising in a way that I think only a local artist could. He was offering this necessary counterweight to what we were seeing, those of us from Baltimore were seeing in the national media, as kind of a one-dimensional narrative, riots, unrest. When Devin was asked by the New York Times what his work was about, he said, "I wanted to show people the beauty of the protest. I wanted to show people the beauty of the protest." So I found Devin's photographs and those words in particular very, very affecting, and more than that, I felt a kinship with what he was doing. I felt that here was a fellow artist working at this very, very delicate intersection between art and activism. And today what I'd like to do is share with you a piece of music that I wrote for Lavena called The Beauty of the Protest. This was inspired by Devin's work. It was premiered on April 19th, 2016, 1 year to the day after Freddie Gray's death. I hope that this music provides a space. I hope that this music provides a space for reflection. I hope that it provides a space for communion. I hope that it provides a space for grief. I hope that it provides a space for empathy. And above all, I hope that it provides a space for memory. You can see the shirts that Lavena and I are wearing. These are by Randy Gloss. Randy runs a company called Gloss Rags. And these shirts are part of what Randy calls her And Counting series. These are lists of names, if you can't see, of black men and black women who have lost their lives in fatal encounters with law enforcement. So her mission, as she puts it, is to fight amnesia. We share this piece with you today in that same spirit. This is our way of saying we remember these people. We remember them as human beings, not as hashtags. We remember the Baltimore uprising, and we remember Freddie Gray.
We will fight.